then we got another love don't judge for y'all. We swapped genders.
Is Sienna. She fell in love with LaShawn.
LaShawn?
The transgender couple met on TikTok 2 years ago.
And LaShawn was like commenting, and I wasn't really paying it any mind, but then the comments were like, girl, go look at his page. And I saw this handsome gentleman here. We get a lot of judgment on social media, and trolls a lot of the times will say that we're confused about our gender.
And despite proudly sharing their transgender journeys.
Oh my god. Okay, so this is fucking me up in my head. The girl was a boy. I mean, it kind of makes sense. The girl was a boy. She turned to a girl. She's attracted to men. And the man was a girl. Turned to a man and is attracted to girls. Kind of makes sense.
They often face backlash.
It really gets dark on TikTok. The comments were just nasty.
Anybody that's not trans
Say it one more
wouldn't
time.
understand what it feels like to literally feel like you're in the wrong body. Like to literally look at yourself in the mirror and see someone that looks foreign to you.
No, that's not possible though. That's made up. That's made up. And when you see, right? And when you see other people on the internet saying, hey, I don't feel like I'm in the right body, that validates that abnormal feeling you're feeling, bro. But shut that shit down immediately. Bro, if I ever felt like, I'm just not in the right body, I feel like being a girl. Shut that shit down, bruh. You feel me? They both niggas, they not both niggas. Look, this was a nigga turned to a girl, and this was a girl turned to a nigga. I think that's what it is.
I'm LaShawn.
And I'm Sienna.
And we get judged on our transitions as a transgender couple.
I'm 23 years old and I'm a full-time content creator.
I'm 20.
Bro, you know what's so crazy though? Like, y'all gotta understand,
I'm 23.
Like, y'all would look at this and be like, I'm not gonna say me, because you know what I'm saying? Y'all, I've proved myself so many times, I see straight through it. I see straight through it, right? But y'all, I feel like y'all would really call this girl like a baddie. Like, y'all would look at this girl, oh, she bad as fuck. Y'all nasty as hell, bro. Y'all need to like really stay woke, open y'all third eye. I think that's what the problem. Literally open y'all third eye, bro.
3 years old and I'm a full-time content creator.
I'm 24 years old and I am a fitness content creator. We met through TikTok. Sienna thought I was a chaser. I came in the live. She wasn't paying attention to me. Her comment section had to help me out.
On TikTok and like being on live, a lot of men will like say stuff to me, but I'm usually just like focused on whatever I'm doing. And LaShawn was like commenting, and I wasn't really paying it any mind, but then the comments were like, girl, go look at his page, go look at his page. And I was like, oh, okay, period. And I saw this handsome gentleman here. Then we just started talking off and on for some months. Yeah.
And then
they were talking about like, how was your transition? How was your transition? Transformation. And they connected, that's what happened.
I had my top surgery and then she was in the picture ever since.
But I had never dated anybody trans before LaShawn. So that was kind of like a thing for me. I was kind of like, well, I don't know if once we like, you know, meet and like get together and stuff, if you'll be for me. But then once we started talking like consistently and stuff, and he showed me how nurturing and how caring he was and just how he wore his heart on his sleeve, really, that was when my attraction really like broadened. We became an official couple January 2021. Wait, January 2022. January 2023?
Like, it's so confusing because like, yo, that's actually insane. Yo, nah, that's actually, I don't even know like how to like.
That's crazy how many years you just list.
I know, because I'm January 2023.
All right, there we go.
And we're live. Y'all, make sure you guys are coming in. Tap the screen, share the live, say what's up, because what's going on? What's the tea? We get a lot of judgment on social media, and trolls a lot of the times will say that we're confused about our gender. When we live stream, we usually have like a lot of views. Like we've had up to 4.5K views in one sitting.
That ain't even a lot.
It can get pretty crazy.
People will ask us who's the boy and who's the girl,
which is so weird.
Like you can clearly see.
Nah, yeah, you could clearly see. That's a dumb question. I could clearly see. She's the girl, she's the boy. But they might be asking originally.
She's the woman, I'm the man in the relationship.
A lot of people will ask about genitalia. A lot of people will say things like, why not be with a real man or why not be with a real woman? They equate everything to genitalia when it's so much more than that. Like maybe for them, that's what they look for in their relationship, but I couldn't ask for more of a man than what LaShawn provides for me.
It really gets dark on TikTok.
Wait, did they change their name too? Cause ain't no way this was a girl. This was born as a girl, right? And they named her LaShawn. Cause they set her up from birth to transform to a man. You know what I'm saying? Like a girl named LaShawn, I would want to be a boy too. Literally, seriously.
They'll like use the Bible. They'll say, what are you gonna do when God comes?
That's a
when
nigga
it's time for you to get in heaven.
It'll be a lot of people trying to use religion against us or trying to use their own personal beliefs to say that we're going to be condemned. That's their favorite word, is condemned. They do anything for clout.
Loud and wrong. They're lying.
Loud and wrong.
What restrooms do you each use?
Nosy and just in our business. Because does it look like I'm walking in a guy's bathroom? No.
No, that's kind of like, that's pretty obvious though. Like, that's dumb questions. I feel like I'd have like better questions. Like, do you like, as the girl, okay, I'm talking to her, right? Okay, do you ever ask him about like, did you ever ask him for like girl tips? Like, what do you do when like your panties get like this? You know what I'm saying? And like, if you needed advice on being a girl, do you ever ask him for like girl advice? Or like, if he needed advice on being a guy, does he ever ask you like, how was you as a guy? You know what I'm saying? That's a better question.
Cis women, they love to correct me and say, you mean real women.
Hazard.
Real in all caps. For the most part, I don't really respond to the hate comments. There's no breaking through to people that are ignorant and don't want to understand.
The judgment that we receive on social media, it doesn't faze me anymore.
Goody.
Sometimes it will get to Sienna. We're trying to raise money for her breast augmentation. That was just like a really bad streaming day. The comments were just nasty, like really, really nasty.
I might link with Kid Steve's.
It irritates me majority of the time. But other than that, I feel like I'm fine because I have her at the end of the day.
I just am so much more than my trans identity. One stereotype that a lot of people have about trans women is that we're trying to steal the spotlight or take over the world, or we're trying to take the spot of cisgender being biological women. A lot of people think that trans women are trying to transition to get men, and that is a weird misconception. We just want to feel like us. We don't want to go through the constant gender dysphoria or feeling.
Let's run some FIFA one day if you got money for me, shorty.
Wouldn't understand.
No, I'll play for free.
Literally feel like you're in the wrong body, like to literally look at yourself in the mirror and see someone that looks foreign to you. So
no, like bro, chat, but like that's what I'm saying. Okay, bro, y'all want my true take? I swear, my true take is right. May God be with them. I don't know what they've personally went through ever, right? But if I'm trying to relate it to my experiences, right? Like times I've had bad thoughts. And I had to shut it down because that's not the right thing to do, right? Like, I feel like you can connect it. And maybe her stuff was more severe as a guy when she was born as a guy. Maybe she was depressed every day. And I could put up an argument where it's like, were you depressed every day because you kept letting that thought marinate and you didn't let it and you didn't shut it down? You feel me? So I'm just saying, like, may God be with them. May God guide them. You know what I'm saying? It's never too late for anybody. Like Lincoln, chopping it up with shit like that.
Definitely a stereotype, and one that we need to squash. So today we're going to be picking out our outfits for our next ballroom competition. Ballroom is a space for queer people to come together and compete for prizes, trophies, and sometimes money. Pass me that one and this one.
This one?
Which one is more teachery?
Actually, both of them.
It
just depends on the kind of teacher.
Like the nigga got like,
he
a little shy.
So the teacher with
he a little shy.
One of them. So I'll say this one.
What kind of teacher is this one?
That's the laid back teacher. This
laid back. Okay, that's the kind of teacher I would be. So
maybe you camera shy.
They definitely do.
You making a video? I already into that. Her mellows goody.
No, that's not teachery. This is so cute. I really like blue on you. Yeah. I realized that I wasn't identifying with the gender that I was born when I was 13. I felt like I was in the wrong body. I decided to transition and realized that my actual gender was a transgender woman when I was 20 years old.
Do you remember the first time you put on the wig?
Yes, I was taking so many pictures. I wanted to post them so bad, but I was like, no. I had a mustache and everything. I was like, I'm not posting no videos. I'm not posting no half drag.
I decided to transition when I was 19. My name changed in December of 2022. I had my top surgery, which was something major. I haven't like stared at myself in a long time, which is scary to think about. Because the last time I like had to reflect would have been like before I had my top surgery. In that moment,
what can
I
y'all
really
say
didn't
though,
like
bro?
myself then. Only because I had breast tissue that I was just like really uncomfortable.
He was an ugly ass
I wasn't
girl
too
though.
confident in myself, but I was willing to share that I felt different. And when that happened, the first person that I came out to relayed my transition to wanting to change my body parts. And I got upset, like I got really upset. And
bro, I wish I could have a
overheard,
conversation
and my
with them.
mom found out, and she asked me, do you want to be a boy? And I said yes. And she was just like, why? And then the conversation about being comfortable came about.
One of the people in my life that doesn't favor my transition the most would be my dad. One of the things that he has expressed concern about is me being safe. He knows being a woman, being a Black trans woman, that could possibly get me into situations that I don't need to be in. I definitely understand the concern. I mean, Black trans women are getting killed every day for walking down the street and people knowing that they're trans or not being as possible. Do I feel like...
What would you say to them? Like, I would just ask them questions. I just want to find out. Like, I'm not trying to disprove you. I'm not trying to convince you of anything. Like, I'm just trying to find out, like, what is going on in your brain? And why did you get to this point? Because, chat, there are people out there, right, that genuinely think they're animals. Y'all gotta understand. Insanity is a real thing. If you tell yourself something enough times, you will believe it and start acting accordingly. Like, there are people that crawl because she genuinely thinks she's a tiger and she doesn't want to be a human. She wants to be an animal. There's people that disable themselves because they think they should be disabled. Right? So there's obviously a problem. I don't think if I asked this person right here, if I asked this transgender person right here, right? Do you think it's okay for a person to literally put bleach in their eyes because they believe they should be blind? She would say no, because that's immoral, right? Like, that's wrong, obviously, like a wrong thing to do. But like, your situation and her situation is very like similar. You were born as a boy and you think you should be a man. She was born with vision and she thinks she should be blind. Like, what is the difference there? You feel me? So it's like, I would just have a simple conversation, try to understand, like, what is going on in your head, bro? Like, there gotta be, like, a problem. You know what I'm saying? That's how I'd go about it.
One day, I hope that we can have a relationship one day. I hope that he can inquire
That's what I'm
more
saying.
about my
It's like,
transition, to learn more. And I feel
God,
like
keep
he's a
God
smart
in your
man,
life.
so I feel like if he gives the chance to understand, I definitely feel like he would.
I'm fine with my baby pictures until I see like the color pink or anything girly.
Looking at pictures like this young specifically,
why?
I feel like even here, like, I was so feminine. I remember that far back, I was still super hyper feminine. It's crazy to think that one day I would be on TikTok and I would meet somebody just like me, but like different, but like the opposite, but like the same. You know?
Y'all gotta understand though, there are feminine young niggas though. Like, prime example, that TikToker that was crying because everybody was calling him gay. And he said he'd been, hanging out with girls growing up, but he's attracted to girls. Like, there are men that are feminine, right? But it's like, when you start to tell yourself, oh, I should be a girl. The more you say that to yourself, the more you're gonna be you're gonna want to transition to being a girl, bro. Especially if that's a possibility. That nigga Terry
So
gay.
when me and LaShawn first started dating,
At least he in
everybody was very
transition.
supportive. My mom loved LaShawn. Like, I had told her about us very early on. She has said, as long as he loves me and I love him and he's making me happy and I'm making him happy, then there's nothing more that she could ask for.
Hey, yo, like, y'all can't, like, you can't even look at that. Like, come on, bruh. Like, is it if you, I know you looked at her ass, his/her ass. Is that gay?
Him and he's making me happy and I'm making him happy, then there's nothing more that she could ask for.
I didn't really like tell my family that she was trans because to me that doesn't matter.
I think our relationship works because we're very balanced. We have our similarities, but we're definitely very different, like him being an introvert, me being an extrovert. And also us just both being trans, I feel like he understands my transition to an extent.
I love her personality. She's very determined as well, so those are some traits that I like about her.
So the people that judge
I mean, like, if they're happy, it's good, bro.
relationship, I would say mind your business. I would say it has nothing to do with you. I would say good
Facts.
relationships are two people and not however many people have something
Facts.
to say.
You're right.
I would say worry about you and not us. We're
You're
happy.
right.
Go find some.